Usain, it's great to see you again.
Happy to be here.
You look amazing.
I try.
You retired 4 years ago, I think.
Yeah.
And since then, you have had 3 children. Which I think proves that you do everything fast. But they have wonderful names, your children. Would you share their names with us?
So there's my daughter is Olympia, and I have twin boys, Saint and Thunder.
So, and her first name, her full name's Olympia Lightning, isn't it?
Olympia Lightning.
Wow, that's an amazing name.
Yeah. The deal was, with my girlfriend, is that she got to name the girl and I got to name the boys, so, yeah. She stole Lightning. I actually wanted Lightning, but she stole it.
She nearly stole your thunder. But how's life changed for you as a father now? What's it like for you on a day-to-day basis?
It's loud. It's very loud. So my son Thunder, his name comes with, he screams. You know, like normally you cry, like, you're like, oh. He screams, like, You're like, calm down. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, but it's fun. I really enjoy it.
A lot of sports people I've met often have superstitions and things they need to do or carry with them before a race or during the race. Did you have superstitions?
No, I didn't.
I suppose you didn't really need them, did you?
I think at the end of my career, I picked up on something that I didn't notice. Like every World Championships, I would grow my hair out, but at the Olympics, I would cut it. And I remember at the last Olympics in 2016, one of my friends said, "Are you going to cut your hair?" He said, "I feel like you shouldn't." And I go, "I'm not going to chance it." I was going to take the chance. Like, I'm going to cut my hair. So that's the only thing I've really picked up on throughout my career. Yeah. But at the start, I didn't even notice. It's just at the end. Can
you imagine you're running a race and you think, who's against me in the race? Usain Bolt. You think, I'm just going to take a day off. Yeah. Why would you bother showing up? Your travel shows are amazing. And I know you went to Jamaica years ago.
I know. I did a special about Ian Fleming, and it was the 100 years of since his birth. And we went out to Goldeneye. But I've just checked with Usain, and the story is now, it's just broke my heart. This, people, is what I was going to say. We were there, and the little airstrip which we were taking to fly our small plane back to Kingston to leave. And the pilot turned around and said, "We've got the fastest man in the world in Jamaica." And we went, "Oh, who is it?" And he said, "Usain Bolt." And we went, "Oh, fantastic." He said he used to train running alongside the aeroplanes as they gathered speed and took off. And I went, "Yes!" And guess what? It's not true. Usain, why isn't it true? Please let me believe it.
I wasn't from that area.
Oh, wow.
But, I bet you in Jamaica, there's probably everyone claims they know you, or they've met you, or they've got a story about you. Have you heard crazy stories about yourself?
I met this one guy. Every time he sees me, he always wants a picture. And I was like, "Why every time you want a picture from me?" And he goes, "Listen, I tell everybody you're my cousin. So I need a fresh picture every time I see you. So when people ask, I'm like, yeah, it's my cousin. Here's the pictures." You know what I mean? So that was kind of cool. Yeah.
Now, Usain has a book out. Actually, he has 2 out. They're very, very different books. But the book we really want to talk about is an amazing book about his career. And it's got the most phenomenal photographs. I'm going to get it out in a minute, and you'll see why I haven't got it out right now when I do. But the book is called Bolt The Opus. There are so many record-breaking moments documented in it. When you break a world record, presumably when you're running, you must know, obviously, you're in the lead and you're doing well. But do you have a feeling before you've got the result in that you've done that you've gone faster than anyone else?
For me, if I'm actually going for it, you can tell. You know what I mean? But the first
When would you not be going for it?
the first 2 times, when I broke the first 100 meters in New York, I wasn't actually going for the world record. Tyson Gay was one of my biggest competitors at the time. And for me in New York was the first time I'm going to compete with him over 100 meters. All I wanted to do was just to beat him and to prove that I was better than him. So for me, when I went out and I beat him, I ran all the way around the track. Yeah. It was when I almost made it all the way back around, and the announcer kind of announced that I broke the world record. That's when I knew.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Wow. And you did a whole extra lap just to rub it in. But, it's interesting, what we talked about earlier with Holly there about clearing your mind. Do you have to do that when you're there? I know you're in the moment, I know you've trained and you're ready for it, but is there something you try to think of or try not to think of?
So when I get to the start line, I tend to try to think about everything except racing at the time. I tried to figure out if I'm going to go out the night before, what I'm going to have for dinner. I tried to distract myself from the actual race, because the moment you start thinking too much about the race, you start getting nervous, you start thinking, remember this, remember that. Yeah. It confuses you, you know what I mean? And that's how you make mistakes.
So when you think about going out for dinner beforehand, what sort of place would you be thinking about? Treating yourself to something lavish, or would it be McNuggets? What would you do?
Depends. It all depends. If it's a championship, I think about something big, you know what I mean? I should get some steak, something nice, you know what I mean? Some champagne. Some nice stuff.
And if it was a small friendly?
Some nuggets.
That's all you need. Now, I have the book. I'm going to get the book out. I didn't normally have the book set out on the table, but it was so big, I thought it would distract people. So I'm going to bring it out. Where is it? We got it over here. And it weighs a lot. It's called Bolt The Opus. You see, we've got two men bringing it on.
Oh, my.
Seriously, look at the size of this.
Oh, my God.
Okay. This is it. There you go. Be careful.
Bring it out.
Bring it round. Because I'm not as young as I was, so I don't know.
Oh, my God, that's incredible.
Oh, my days.
Put it through there. I mean, this is a big thing. Okay.
Oh, my God.
Look at that.
Insane.
But look at that.
Oh, that's amazing.
This is a beauty, isn't it? Yeah.
Nice.
And this has got, it's got pages. Look, and the pictures, they really do the subject justice.
For me, it's just wonderful, you know what I mean? We describe every moment, and they always say a picture is worth 1,000 words, you know what I mean? And it means so much when I relive every moment when I look at all these pictures and just relive what I was going through and the emotions. So it was wonderful seeing it and actually being a part of it. It was exciting.
Do any of you, are you sporty? Are you sporty, Joanna?
No, I mean, I did sports at school and ran, and I did win what was used to be called the 100 yards.
Yeah, 100 yards.
But I think that's not quite in the same league.
No. Were you fast over the 100 yards, though?
No, I was 12 seconds. But we didn't train. We didn't train. We were just schoolgirls who just set off and ran. You know, we never trained for anything.
But athletes also, before football matches, they used to light up and have a cigarette because they thought it was good to clear their chest.
Yes.
I mean, it was a different time,
I know,
wasn't it?
it was a different time.
Yeah, obviously, when you're doing a sport at the level that Usain's doing, of course, you're at the very top of the game. But it's got a shelf life.
Yeah,
There's a period you can do it. And I wonder, do you miss doing it? Do you miss the buzz of doing that?
Yeah, definitely. I do miss it. I don't miss the training. that I don't miss, but competition I do, especially watching the Olympics. That has gone in Japan. It was hard to watch, especially because the Jamaican guys weren't doing nothing.
Yeah.
we were really bad, you know what I mean?
What are they doing wrong then, you think? What's going on right
I don't know. I have to make some calls.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Obviously, you've got your hands full with a young family.
Yeah.
But is there something in your life that can replace that excitement, or is that the family now? What do you have to, that keeps you kind of like excited?
Surprisingly, I don't know if everybody knows dominoes.
Love dominoes.
Yeah, but Domino's is not
Listen.
an
Domino's pizza.
Listen.
I love dominoes.
Caribbean people might know, like, dominoes, like... If you see me playing dominoes, anybody follow me on Instagram knows when I play my friends, I get really aggressive when I play dominoes.
But it's an exciting game.
It's very exciting and stressful.
And are you one of the players, when you know you got it, do you slam it down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Break all the game up.
Yeah, you know you do.
Yeah, normally, I usually stand on the table. We usually have a thing that we stand
Wow,
on
it is
the
exciting
table.
the way you play dominoes.
Yeah. Like when you know you're going to win, because the whole key is to get to 6 without the other players winning one game.
Yeah.
So when you're going to get to 6, then I'll get on the table and say, my bag! You know what I mean? Just to say, it's just something we do.
I love this
with
because
Jamaicans.
I can see you're as excited talking about your domino achievements as having 2 current world records.